You've got to accept, refuse, and ideally use when you're moving house.
You have to always focus on not the figure that you're going to walk away from your property.
We never give people valuations on their house.
Can I move? Is it feasible? Is this going to work for me?
Yeah. Our mission as a business is to enable more people to move on to the next chapter of their life. Average days on market at the minute has dropped down to 57.
You have to prepare yourself for like maybe 2-3 months of marketing.
Talk to me about, there's a couple more things I want to go deep on. So one of them is the options that somebody, when selling their house to buy a bigger one, the options they have when it comes to an offer. Most people think that there's just two options, accept or refuse. And this ties in really well with that previous conversation about negotiation. What's the third option that they've got that people think they haven't got?
Use the offer. And I've got someone else again that is doing exactly that this week.
So let me frame that a little bit before you probably take the words out of my mouth. People make decisions when moving house based on emotion.
Yes.
We agree that.
Yes.
We work in a home mover market. We love that market. We're not particularly massively in the investment market. We just love the home mover market. Our mission as a business is to enable more people to move on to the next chapter of their life. And what people sometimes think is I'm going to market and I want 500 grand for my house. And I ain't moving unless I get 500 grand for my house because I love my house. And Tash and I joke with you, but because of our porcelain patio, we're going to want a bit more. And now my lighting in the garden, by the way. So I'm going to want probably 510 for mine. But, 610. But
I was going to say 510, no problem.
But why is that the wrong thing to do?
You're slightly, to be honest, just setting yourself up for failure with it.
Nice.
You have to always focus on not the figure that you're going to walk away from your property. You have to focus on the differential between what you're selling for and what you're buying for. So in really simple terms, if you were selling, I'm going to say 600 because it's easier, not 610. It's also more realistic. So if we work on 600 and that allowed you to buy for 700, your differential is 100,000.
Love it.
That's the thing to focus on, not the 600 price point you want to get.
So even a 570 offer is a good offer?
Yeah.
If
you can get something for 670, moving the next step.
Yeah.
So whatever offers you get, utilize them to see if you can make it work.
So we get this a lot, right? So we'll have a house on the market at 500. We'll get an offer at 480, and we would say to the client, "Look, I get it. It's lower than we expected, lower than our target price. All the comps stacked up, yada yada yada. But just go out this weekend. You're now so much more proceedable than we were yesterday. Agents will open doors to you. They'll show you around houses that you weren't, and just use it. And in fact, use it more. So you've got a 480 offer on your 500 grand house. Go and offer 560 on that one that's been on the market for 600 grand for ages and ages.
Yeah.
And that 480 offer could 20 grand loss could actually make you a 40 grand saving, which is a 20 grand
profit.
Better outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate goal, ultimate outcome, whatever you want to talk about, which is why we never give people valuations on their house. A value isn't absolute, isn't definitive. Mr. Smith's opinion of that house, his value is X. Mr. Jones is Y, because they've got different opinions and they've got different situations. You've got to accept, refuse, and ideally use when you're moving house.
The other thing I think is important to note, which a lot of agents don't do when doing valuations, I won't give you a valuation on your property, but I will try and give you a baseline to do your sums off of.
Yeah.
Because I think it's also really important to understand at that point, can I move? Is it feasible? Is this going to work for me?
Yeah.
A lot of agents go in with these high numbers to try and persuade you to come to the market. And effectively, you're making a life decision based on what they're telling you. You're making the decision as to, do I take the plunge and try and move, or do I stay put, or what do I do?
Because it's a ball ache, right? Being on the market, strangers through your house every weekend. It's not an exciting thing to do. No one enjoys it today.
It's not fun. It's not fun. And I've got a lot of clients who think it's going to be like easy peasy. And then 3 weeks down the line, they're like, I'm bored already. I'm like, well, we might have months of this.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to prepare yourself for the fact that it's not, I talked about one earlier that we got agreed in the space of like 5 days. That's lovely. It doesn't always happen. You have to prepare yourself for like maybe 2-3 months of marketing. And if it's quicker than that, then happy days.
Average days on market at the minute has dropped down to 57. So that's less than 2 months.
Yeah.
It was longer. During the stamp duty things helped probably a little bit. That's now gone. But back in the last year, it was knocking up nearer to 70, I think. But good. But you're right. Average is a couple of months on the market.
Yeah.
So prepare yourself for that.
Prepare yourself for that. But also, like I say, when you're making that decision, try and get from an agent not the marketing price they want to go with. Yeah. Try and get what they genuinely believe will be your worst case scenario figure. And do your sums off that.
And why they believe that.
Not
because they've picked it out of their rear end, but they can actually show you, let me show you as a backstop position, it'd be nice to get 520, but it's 500 for your calculations because of this and this comparable, that comparable, not because they love your kitchen and they would love to buy it themselves, even though they're not buying it themselves. The only people that can actually tell you how much your house is worth is the people who want to actually buy it.